Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negro. First of all, I just want to apologize for the slightly late start. I was having some technical difficulties, which is why I didn't even bother the cue into music. First of all, I just want to let everybody know that the reason why it's called Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron, because here on this platform, we talk about everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. Um, so I just want to let everybody know that right now I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have subscribed to the channel. This past weekend, I've gained 8 new subscribers. I just want to say thank you very much for all the people who have already subscribed to the platform. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media. And I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices. And I also want to give a huge shout out, first of all, to the members of SSE Local 371 who were present at delegate training this past weekend for all the love that you've given me in sharing my birthday celebration. I just want to say thank you very much for all the love and support that you've given me. I also would like to give a huge shout out to all the people who follow me on YouTube who express their birthday wishes to me. I just want to say thank you very much for all the love and support that you have given me. Now, if you have not done so, what I'm going to ask you to do is the following. I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do go live or prepare content, you will have the opportunity to either catch it live or catch it on the playback. Now tonight I don't have the subscriber mode on. I guess I must have forgot to put that on. I usually have that on to try to control the trolls. And I see here we already had someone who started in the comment. Good evening, Sarah, that boss girl. Thank you very much for your kind words. And unless I'm mistaken, you're up from the UK. Oops. Okay, this. Okay. So topic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make an announcement regarding the stream for Sunday. It's going to be completely in Spanish, okay? And what it is going to be the Spanish version of the stream, which I discuss who tends to be more faithful, males or females. So it'll be completely in Spanish. However, if there anyone that enters the chat and does speak English, we'll be able to communicate, and I'll just try my best to translate what's being said, or at least a summary. So let me just give a summary in Spanish. Okay. Quiero decir que este domingo vamos a tener la próxima programación completamente en español. Y el tema sería, ¿cuáles son más fieles? ¿Hombres o mujeres? Eso es un tema que ya han hablado la semana pasada en inglés, pero en esta ocasión vamos a hablar en español para hablar quién son más fieles, los hombres y las mujeres. Claro, de los hombres para decir que son más fieles, y claro, decir la mujer para hacer lo mismo. Entonces vamos a hablar sobre ese tema. So I just said that, of course, the men are going to say that they're more faithful, and the women say they're going to be more faithful. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a discussion, and we'll see who is more faithful or not. Okay. Now, what I'm going to ask is the following. Being that I don't have a subscriber mode on tonight, that means anyone and everyone can enter a comment. However, what I am going to ask is please, and I repeat, please be respectable regarding your comments. Please be respectable towards anyone in the chat. Please be respectable towards me or anyone on the panel. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to get into the topic, and the topic is why do people cheat on their relationships? Okay, actually, I'm doing well, thank you, Sarah Delbosker. Now, I appreciate the fact that you're watching this stream because I think there's a 5 hour difference, which means it's probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So the fact that you're up this late to see me, it really warms my heart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay. If anyone wishes to join the link. Okay. My computer seems to be acting slow. I think I'm going to ask people, please do not ask me to share anything on the screen because my computer is running very slow. Okay, let's try this again. So I'm going to ask you, please do not ask me to share anything. Okay, just one moment. Okay. What I'm going to do in the meanwhile. Okay. I'm going to share. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, the fact that it's 1:09 in the morning over there in the UK, and you're watching me, it means a lot to me, Sal Bosker. So I just want to say thank you very much. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share an article from Healthline, and it was written, by Crystal Ray Paul, October the 11th, 2019. And the article is, why do people cheat in relationships? Okay. So let's see what the article says. Discovering a partner has cheated on you can be devastating. You might feel hurt, angry, sad, or even physically sick. But above all, you might be wondering why. Okay. Thank you. A 2017 study published in the Journal of Sex Research set out to explore this very topic. The study used an online survey to ask 495 people who had cheated in a romantic relationship about the reasons for their infidelity. Participants were included 259 women, 213 men, and 23 people who did not state their gender. First of all, I just want to acknowledge the fact that there's currently 3 people watching this stream. No, I do not have, to the best of my knowledge, I do not. I am Latino. Okay, my parents are from Puerto Rico. Okay, so they were mostly heterosexual, 87.9%, mostly young adults, average age was 20 years old. Not necessarily in a relationship. Only 51.8% of the people reported being in some type of romantic relationship. The study identified 8 key motivating factors that contribute to infidelity. Of course, these factors do not explain every case of cheating, but they do offer, okay, but do offer a better understanding why people cheat. Okay, so now I'm going to deal with the first issue: anger or revenge. People sometimes cheat out of anger or a desire to get revenge. Maybe just discover your partner cheated. You're stunned and hurt. You might want to make your partner go through the same emotions so they really understand the pain that they cause you. In other words, they hurt me, so now I'll hurt them. It's often the driving thought behind retaliating infidelity. Anger motivated infidelity can happen for reasons other than revenge, though they include frustration in a relationship when your partner doesn't seem to understand you or your needs, anger at a partner who isn't around much, anger when a partner doesn't have much to give physically or emotionally, anger or frustration after an argument. Regardless of the underlying cause, anger can act as a powerful motivator to become intimate with someone else. Number two, falling out of love. The exhilarating feeling of falling in love with someone generally doesn't last forever. When you first fall in love with someone, you might experience passion, excitement, and rushes of dopamine from simply getting a text from them. But the intensity of these feelings usually fade over time. Sure, stable, lasting relationship exists, but those first date butterflies will only take you so far. Once the glitter fades, you might realize that love is just isn't there, or maybe you realize you're in love with someone else. This can make it harder to leave a relationship that still provides a sense of family, friendship, stability, and safety. But staying in a relationship without romantic love may lead to a desire to experience love again and motivate infidelity. Number three, situational factors and opportunities. Simply having an opportunity to cheat can make infidelity more likely. This doesn't mean everyone who has the opportunity to cheat will do so. Other factors often, but not always, add to the motivation to cheat. Consider this scenario. You're frustrated with your recent distance in your relationship and dealing with feelings of low self esteem around your parents. One day, a coworker you've been friendly with catches you alone and says, I'm really attracted to you. Let's get together sometime. You might not choose to cheat if only one or two factors are involved. But this combination of motivation factors, the distance of your relationship, the feelings about your parents, and the attention of your coworker can make infidelity more likely. Okay. Number four, commitment issues. People who have a hard time with commitment may be more likely to cheat in some cases. Plus, commitment doesn't mean the same thing to everyone. It's possible that two people in a relationship have very different ideas about relationship status, such as whether it's casual, exclusive, and so on. It's also possible to really like someone and still fear making a commitment to them. In this case, one partner might mean up cheating as a way of avoiding commitment, even if they actually would prefer to stay in the relationship. And I see here we have the presence of the golden goddess. Good evening. How you doing tonight? I hope that you're doing well. I just want to let everybody know that Golden Goddess does have a YouTube channel. And I'm going to ask all the members of the Uncommon Folk, if you have not done so, please subscribe to Golden Goddess's channel. She does have a lot of interesting topics, and I think she's a very good spokesman for the biracial and multiracial community. And I see I missed a comment, which was I ask this because all Latino are mixed and some are mixed with English, Spanish, Italian, German, and many other ancestry. Okay. To the best of my knowledge, I don't think so. Okay. Other reasons for commitment-related infidelity might include lack of interest in committing long-term, wanting a more casual relationship, wanting a way out of a relationship. Interesting. Now, there's another issue, which is number 5, unmet needs. Okay. I just want to let everybody know the link is there if you wish to enter, join the panel and express your point of view. Let me just make this disclaimer that we're not here to pass judgment on anyone. If you was the one that was unfaithful, we're just having a discussion regarding what are some of the reasons why people cheat. Okay, so I just want to make that perfectly clear. Sometimes one or both partner needs for intimacy go unmet in a relationship. Many people choose to stay in a relationship, often hoping things will improve. The relationship is otherwise fulfilling. But unmet needs can lead to frustration, which might worsen if the situation does not improve. This can provide motivation to get those needs met elsewhere. Unmet sexual needs might happen when partners have different sex drives. One partner can have sex, or the other one doesn't have an interest in sex. One or both parties have to often spend time away from home. And we also have the presence of Magic Mulata. Good evening. I hope you're doing well. And I just want to let everybody know that Magic Mulata also has a platform as well. And she does speak about many issues pertaining to the biracial and multiracial community. So, what I'm going to ask also, if you have not done so, please subscribe to her channel, check out her content, and I think you're going to find that both these ladies are very talented and very articulate. So, I just, okay. So, unmet emotional needs can also motivate infidelity. Emotional infidelity can be tricky to define, but it generally refers to a situation where someone invests a lot of emotional energy in someone besides their partner. Okay. Another factor is sexual desire. A simple desire to have sex can motivate some people to cheat. Other factors, including opportunity or unmet sexual needs, may also play a part in infidelity that's motivated by desire. But someone who wants to have sex might also look for opportunity to do so without any other motivators. Even people who have sexually fulfilling relationships might still want to have more sex than with other people. This might result in a higher level of sexual desire, not necessarily any sexual or intimate issues in the relationship. Okay. Let me just put the link there again. Oh, excuse me, just give me a moment. It's my computer. Okay. Okay. Now, another issue is wanting variety. In the context of a relationship, the desire of variety often relates to sex. For example, someone might be interested in trying types of sex that their partner isn't into, even if they're otherwise well matched with their partner. Variety might also mean different conversations or different styles of communication, different non-sexual activities, attraction to other people, relationship with other people in addition to their current partner. Attraction is another big part of variety. People can be attracted to many types of people, and that doesn't necessarily stop because you are in a relationship. Some people in monogamous relationship might have a hard time not acting on those feelings of attraction. Another issue, low self-esteem. Wanting to boost Wanting a boost to self-esteem can also motivate infidelity. Having sex with a new person can lead to positive feelings. You might feel empowered, attractive, confident, or successful. These feelings can build up your self-esteem. Many people who cheat because their self-esteem issues have loving support partners who offer compassion and encouragement. But they might think they have to say that or they just don't want me to feel bad. Okay. Now we're going to get into repairing the damage. Okay. If there is one major takeaway from this study, it's that cheating often doesn't have anything to do with the other person. Many people cheat. Many people who cheat love their partners and don't have any desire to hurt them. This is partly why some people will go to great lengths to keep their infidelity from their partner. Still, it can cause significant damage to a relationship. Cheating doesn't have to mean the end of a relationship, but moving forward takes work. And I just want to acknowledge the fact that there's currently 5 people viewing the stream. I just want to say thank you very much. And by all means, if anyone wishes to enter a comment, please do so. If anyone wishes to join the panel, you may do so. Now, now we're going to be talking about if your partner has cheated. If you've been cheated on, you may still be reeling from the discovery. You might want to do whatever it takes to repair the relationship, or maybe you're not interested in staying in a relationship. If you're not sure how to handle the situation, start here. Talk to your partner about what happened. Consider involving couples counselor or a neutral third party for the discussion. Finding out your partner's motivation may help you to make your decision, but it's generally recommended to avoid the nitty-gritty details of the encounter. Ask if your partner wants to continue the relationship. Some people do cheat because they want to end the relationship, so it's important to find out how they feel. Ask yourself if you can trust your partner again. It might take time to rebuild trust, and your partner is probably aware of this fact. But if you know that you can never trust them again, you probably won't be able to repair the relationship. Ask yourself if you still want the relationship. Do you really love your partner and want to work on any underlying issues, or are you afraid of starting out with someone new? Do you think the relationship is worth fixing? Talk to a counselor. Couples counseling is highly recommended if you're going to work on a relationship after infidelity. But individual therapy can also help you sort through your feelings and emotional about the situation. And we have another. Okay, we looks like we're gonna let's see. We're gonna move. Okay. Now we got another comment on. Okay, Sarah says I'm single, but right now, but I don't have any bad boyfriends. Okay, you know what? I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. Okay. Now, if you cheated on your partner, if you cheated, it's important to consider your motivations carefully and have an honest conversation with your partner. Your partner may or may not want to repair the relationship, and you need to respect the decision if you want to stay together. Take some time to consider the following. You're welcome. Thank you. The fact of the matter is, unfortunately, there's going to be times where we're going to be the victims of infidelity, and sometimes we're going to be the guilty party. So it's very important that we have this information. Okay. Now, if your cheating was driven by a desire to get out of the relationship, it's best to be honest with your partner about the fact right away. Not sure about your motivation? Consider working with a therapist to gain some perspective. Can you work through the reasons for the infidelity? Individual therapy, couples therapy, and better communication can all improve a relationship and make future infidelity less likely. But if you cheated because your partner wasn't interested in a specific type of sex or because they were never at home, what might happen? If the same situation comes up again, could you talk about wanting to cheat instead of actually doing it? Okay. Another issue. Do you find yourself cheating again? Infidelity causes pain, heartbreak, and emotional distress. If you think you might cheat again, don't promise to be faithful. Instead, tell your partner that you don't think you commit. Uh, can you commit to therapy? If you cheat on a partner, individual therapy can help you understand more about the reasons behind what happened. Couples therapy can also help you and your partner rebuild the relationship together. Both are highly recommended after infidelity if you are serious about getting things back on track. Okay. Now let me just give you my take. One of the problems when it comes to infidelity, it damages or destroys the trust that's within a relationship, particularly in a romantic relationship that's emotionally involved, and of course, many relationships does involve sexual activity. So the question is the following. Okay, first of all, for the person who cheated, are you able to understand the hurt that you caused your partner? Number one. Number two, are you able to look at things honestly as far as the reason why you cheated? And then are you able to take the steps necessary in order to correct those issues and make sure it doesn't happen again? These are things that you gonna have to address, and only you can address it. Okay. Well, it's and I see we have another comment from Sarah, which is yes. Okay, which is true. Now, I have been fortunate in the sense that I never cheated on anyone that I've involved romantically. However, I've been the victim of infidelity myself, and I can tell you this much: it hurts. Okay, I see here that Sarah, that boss girl, said that she never cheated, but her past boyfriends did cheat. Well, okay, I'm sorry that it happened. I don't know if you were able to move on or if you're struggling with it. Uh, so I don't want to, cast any aspersions. You know about your situation better than anybody. Okay. Now I'm going to share another article um, from Women's Health, and it was written by. Okay, well, you know what? I'm glad to see. Okay, I'm glad to see that you have come to the saving knowledge of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And the good thing about the gospel is that there's always a second chance. There's always forgiveness available for those who are willing to acknowledge their flaws and seek repentance. Now, this article was published on April the 13th, 2020. And this is going to be 8 common reasons why people cheat. Okay, let's see. Just give me a moment. I'm going to just make sure I didn't spare him. Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not repeating, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the 8 reasons why people most commonly cheat. Number one, they're falling out of love. For some, cheating can be a way of sabotaging their relationship. Excuse me. Cheating is essentially a stepping stone out of their marriage, says Saltz. They may want out, but they're too afraid to speak up or rather avoid the conflict than confront it directly. And I see here we another cut. Okay, which is if you guys wondering what an American Christian is, I believe in the Trinity, that God is one and the Father is okay. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with the Church of England. Um, and I think the monarch is the head of the Church of England, which is in this case is King Charles III. If I'm not mistaken, please correct me. Okay. Number two, your partner was feeling neglected. Feeling lonely because your partner is neglecting you emotionally or physically leaves the neglected person more vulnerable to attention from someone else or to an emotional connection to someone else. Hence, it leaves the neglected person more vulnerable to infidelity. It's toxic plane. The beginning of a relationship is often filled with butterflies, but when the honeymoon stage is over, it could be hard to maintain that exhilarating feeling that often present at the start of a new relationship. Okay, yes, okay, okay, I see that King Charles III is the head of of the Church of England. Okay, maybe there aren't as many gifts or compliments anymore for some, and they may feel pressure to find this attention elsewhere. Number three, they're doing it out of anger or revenge. In some relationships, when one partner cheats, the other person may be tempted to get back at them by doing the same thing. They think this kind of revenge will make the other person understand how hurtful their relationship behavior was. But this is rarely the case, says Saltz. It never ends well, as generally the relationship becomes so toxic it's better off ending. Other times, a partner may treat cheating as some sort of punishment, even if the punishment partner hasn't cheated. This would, make the relationship a lot worse. Okay. Number four, they have unmet needs. Everyone has some unmet needs, says Saltz. But if your partner isn't willing to try or compromise, they might find someone else who is. Unmet needs can refer to anything from the lack of sex to not being present in your relationship. In Saltz's experience, she found out that men, this often refers to unmet sexual needs, and for women, it usually unmet emotional needs or the partner not showing up for important moments. If getting past infidelity is the goal in this situation, then the unmet needs need to be identified and acknowledged by both partners. And at some point, someone going to have to give. And I see here we have the presence of Isabella from España. Buenas noches, España. Isabella. ¿Cómo está usted? Espero que está bien. Quiero decir que este domingo vamos a tener, la próxima vez que vamos a tener una programación completamente en español. Yo creo que se llevará a cabo a las 7 de la noche, tiempo de Nueva York. Yo no sé cuánto será entre Nueva York y España, si yo creo que es donde vive usted. Okay. And I'm glad to see that you're doing well. Thank you very much for stop. Thank you very much for stopping by. Okay. Okay, now just to remind everybody, the topic for tonight is why people cheat on their relationships. So we're getting into discussion what causes people to be unfaithful. Again, let me just make this perfectly clear. We're not here to cast any judgment on anybody. We're just simply getting into the reason why and try to find out solutions. Okay? Of course, that's assuming that both parties want to um, heal the relationship. Salt says that this reason for cheating usually points out to the need for attention. It tends to happen when one partner needs attention more than the other can give, so they find someone who will give it to them, usually over and over again, making them serial cheaters. In other cases, this happens when someone repeatedly put down their partner, so they go out to find someone else to show them appreciation. Okay? I think the key is do not take your partner for granted. Okay? It doesn't hurt. Thank you. It doesn't hurt to show some appreciation to your partner, and it could be the little things. Maybe it's the way that she does her hair. Maybe it's the way that she smiles. Maybe it's the way she dresses. Maybe it's the way she cooks or what have you, or what he does. Okay, number 6, they have commitment issues. Someone with commitment issues will use cheating as a way to tame their fears. The commitment phobic person who marries anyway may use cheating as a method dealing with a constant fear that they may have been trapped and to mentally tell themselves they weren't really committed because they can choose elsewhere at any time, says Salts. Well, technically true, they're putting the relationship in danger and ultimately risking supposedly monogamous relationships they're committed to. Okay. And the fact of the matter is if you do decide to cheat and if you're not using protection, you are exposing yourself to sexually transmitted diseases and if you also unwanted pregnancies. And then you really want got a complicated situation. Okay, number 7, they were drinking. Now I gotta read this. Though alcohol can push people to act in ways they otherwise wouldn't, it isn't a free pass for cheating. And Salt says alcohol can actually push you to act the things that you have already been pondering. Okay, let's see. Okay. Generally, alcohol is this inhibitor. So while someone may slip up and cross the line while drunk, they likely have in their mind they might consider crossing the line in the first place, she explains. Number 8. They're bored and want to experience new sexual partners. If your partner gives this as a reason, Salts want cheating, usually prompted by more than just boredom. It's more a matter of not enough sex or unwillingness to try something exceedingly important to their partner than pure boredom. This is one instance where both partners should identify with what each other could be doing better. If both are willing to repair the relationship, cheating is inexcusable, but compromise is necessary to save any fallen toxic relationship. And I see here we got a couple more comments here. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay. And it's by asking, are you British? Okay. And we also have the presence Hazel, and she is going to chime in, stating, also, it's never good to stay with a cheating or abusive partner because you have kids or are married. All it does is allow the cheater to think it's okay. It's okay to leave if you want. Okay, I'm gonna. This is the way I'm gonna look at it. If you're going to cheat, you're gonna have to decide for yourself: is the relationship worth you being honest with yourself and acknowledge what you did was wrong and take the steps that you need in order to reestablish that trust? Because if you're not willing to do so, it is best to go your separate ways. Of course, it's always rough when children are involved, but to be in a relationship when you're not going to be committed, that's not a relationship at all. Okay, excuse me, just give me a moment. And actually, she says, Sarah says she's half English, Cornish, and half Jamaican. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna give you. Let me just give you my take. Okay, and again, I see here that a lot of the issues that came up in the article are repeating themselves. There are multiple reasons why people cheat. Okay, and it could be many reasons. However, this now again, the key is the following. First of all, are you willing to do what it takes to regain the trust that you have damaged by your infidelity? And again, if you're not wanting to reestablish that trust, it is better that you go your separate ways. Because what you're doing is you're creating a false hope by continuing to stay in a relationship if you decide that you cannot be faithful for whatever reason. Okay? And again, I'm not saying break up. I'm not saying stating. What I'm saying is the following: you need to be honest with yourself, first of all, and you need to be honest with your partner. If you acknowledge that you that you have damaged that trust and that you're willing to take the actions take to reestablish it, be mindful that it's going to take time and energy. Okay. And I see here we got okay. I find it, to be perfectly honest, I'm flattered that most of the people on the panel are ladies. Okay. And I just want to ask the men, guys, where are you? I mean, I'm sure there are men out there that has an opinion regarding uh, infidelity. Okay, I do appreciate the presence of the ladies, and at least and recently, I just discovered that 55% of my audience is now female. Okay, which is I find it interesting. I'm honored that the ladies do find my content to be worth their interest. So I just want to say thank you very much. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link again. Okay. I'm going to read one more article. Okay. And again, I just want to let everybody know you're more than welcome um, to express your point of view. And I see here we have James Mapp in the house. Good evening, sir. Okay, I'm glad to see that you're here to represent us men. Okay, thank you very much. Now, also, I want to let everybody know that James Maps also has a YouTube channel. So, what I'm going to ask you to do, if you have not done so, please subscribe to James Maps channel and check out his content. Okay, so because here on this platform, what do we do is whenever another YouTube creator appears on the chat or on the panel, I believe in giving them a shout out and encouraging my audience to check out their material. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna just give me a moment. Okay. Let's see. I already read that. Okay, I see. Now I'm gonna just share with you some factors why people cheat. Okay, okay, and then after that, hopefully, some people will join me in the panel. Okay, now I'm going to try to keep this under 2 hours because of the fact Magic Mulanta, I believe she has another stream tonight. So of course I would like to participate because I believe in supporting all the people. Just as I ask people to support me, I like to support other people as well. Okay. So let me just so I'm going to give you some reasons why people cheat. Okay. Number one, signs of sexual someone is unfaithful. Okay, and I see here we got another comment. Okay, okay, that's the first. Okay. Number two, sexual income incompatibility. Sexual incompatibility is one of the biggest sources of stress in a long-term relationship. One partner wants more sex more often than the other, or the sexual acts each person is comfortable with don't mesh. Sometimes one partner loses interest altogether and begins to see it as a chore. Mismatched sexual preferences cause resentment, and resentment eventually eats away at the foundation of relationships. Okay, okay. I don't know. Just give me a moment. Okay. Number three, boredom. Okay. Boredom is another possible motivator in infidelity. Cheating is likely when one partner does not feel any anticipation or happiness when the other partner comes home from work or travel. The desire to answer a text message or phone call when a partner fade away, and communication turns into another chore to be done. The partner turns into cheating and wants to feel butterflies again and enjoys the rush of excitement prompted by a new romantic interest. The act of cheating in some may provide excitement and illicit thrills. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay. Let me just comment regarding um, sexual habits and what have you. It's very okay. Well, there might be certain people might into maybe into certain sexual practices. Um, your partner may not be into it, but what you can do is try to find other sexual practices that both you and your partner feel comfortable in performing. Okay, because not everyone is going to feel comfortable, whether it be uh, oral stimulation, whether it be anal sex, whether it be foreplay or the amount of foreplay or what have you. So it's very important that you communicate and you have to be honest with your partner what you are willing to do and what you're not willing to do. And by all means, do not do any type of sexual activity that you do not feel comfortable in. Okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't know you have a son. Okay. 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 Another issue is disappointment. One partner in a relationship may feel disappointed in life, the relationship itself, or promises that weren't kept. Ambitions and plans that seem feasible and realistic on the day of the wedding can fall by the wayside or overuse as living as a hybrid. What you're doing here? I thought you consider my platform to be insignificant. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna bet you. Okay, wait a minute. Let me just see. Well, anyway, this is a problem when one partner loses interest in goals and promises while the other partner expects those promises to be kept. Okay, you know what? Goodbye, and thank you very much. Uh, Hybrid, if I were you, I will be busy trying to improve your weak ass excuse of a channel. Okay, at least my channel has never been deleted for copyright strikes. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think you're right, Hazel. But you know, it is what it is. Now, some people cheat to end the relationship. Okay, you know what? I'm going to remove this person. Okay. Cheating can be an indirect way of ending a relationship. And I see here that we have the presence of Fulana La Cubana. Okay, well, good evening. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you very much. You know what? It's never too late to express any birthday wishes. You know what? Let's see if I can. Okay. Some people, well, I swear, some people will never learn, but you know what? It's okay. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. I'm glad to see that my mother is I'm full force. Thank you very much, people. Okay. The rationale for cheating is a breakup method isn't always conscious, purpose, or a decision. A person feeling unhappy and depressed in a relationship might see and communicate with an affair as a partner carelessly. The cheater might even make it easier for the other partner to discover the infidelity. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, I will say this. I'm touched by the presence of all the ladies, okay, in the chat. Now, another issue is neglect. Cheating is a response to emotional neglect from the spouse or partner can be seen as the fault of the faithful party. One person is not being a good partner, so the other person finds someone else. This situation is debatable in terms of which partner is to blame, but the honest way to deal with the situation is ending relationship maturely and moving on. I agree. Okay. Well, okay, excuse me. Okay. Another reason why people cheat is because of anger. Cheating sometimes occur as a reaction to infidelity. One partner, excuse me, just get rid of this. One partner cheats, so the other partner cheats too to get in a way to get back at the original cheater. This type of cheating is the result of being hurt badly and lashing out in the response. This situation can easily spiral into a continuous back and forth cycle. Both partners trying to hurt each other. Okay. And to be perfectly honest, it doesn't it doesn't help. And I see James said, yeah, I think anyone that can cheat and be neglectful, but it's the way that people do it is just wrong. Yeah. Okay. Now another issue is opportunity. Sometimes cheating isn't planned at all. It occurs spontaneously in a moment of excitement or during a night out. The cheater may struggle to explain why he or she cheated. The cheater may feel shock and regret, but he or she may also feel excited with no regret at all. This type of cheating may not be discovered by the faithful partner, even if the cheater chooses to conceal the incident. Interesting. Okay. And I see here we have 7 people watching this stream, and I just want to say thank you very much for all your attention. Now, a person in a struggling relationship might cheat as a last ditch effort to save a relationship. The rationale is that the other person realizes what is at stake and put the effort into a relationship. This is truly an awful idea that really has the intended outcome. Betrayal will not fix a relationship. Cheating is just add one more problem to resolve, or maybe the final straw to the end of the relationship. Okay. Now, I have never known anyone who cheated to try to save a relationship. Um, doesn't seem logical. Okay. Now, okay. Now we're going to deal with. Okay, I see we have another comment. Okay, which is me neither. Okay. Cheaters using the wire to cheat excuse claim that they cannot control themselves. Reason for this lack of control includes a high sex drive, natural attractiveness that draws sexual partners, the belief that people have always done it, and even excuses based on gender or biology. Cheaters claiming that this was inevitable and beyond their control are selfish. They want their needs met and they want to pursue anything that makes them happy without consequences. Okay. Okay, just interesting. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do, okay. Oops. Okay. Humans are okay. Okay. Well, I have to say that I'm very happy with the interaction tonight. Humans are complex social creatures. We aren't always open about our desires or interests, possibly because we fear rejection and the unknown. As a result, it can be hard to tell a person we find attractive the same way. Body language is an essential part of human interaction, especially communicating attraction. Normally, humans only notice body language signs subconsciously. However, with practice, anyone can read body language. Okay. Let me just give you my take when it comes to this issue. And again, a lot of the things keep reoccurring with these articles. Um, you have certain people who cheat, who, to be perfectly fair, if they were honest with themselves, they should not be in a commitment or a monogamous relationship. They need to be honest with their partners, okay? And they need to be honest from the onset. And let me explain to you what that means. If you know in your heart and hearts that you're not able to remain in a committed relationship, then it's up to you to let your potential partner know that. And then it's up to your potential partner to make the determination um, whether or not um, that person wants to pursue a relationship with you, knowing that you're not going to be monogamous. Now, if both parties are okay with that, that's perfectly fine. However, if, let's say, and please do not get upset, that I'm just simply stating an example. Let's say I pursue a relationship, whether it be with uh, Fulana La Cubana or Isabella or Sarah, or what have you. And I announced from the beginning that I wish to get into a relationship. However, I'm going to seek sexual intercourse with other individuals. And it's up to the ladies involved to see if she's okay with that or not okay with that. Okay. And I see here we have Morena in the chat. Good evening. I hope you're doing well. And I just want to let everybody know that Morena Reyes also has a YouTube channel. Okay. Now, it's been a while since she posted any material, but what I'm going to ask you to do, if you have not done so, please subscribe to her channel as well and check out her content. Uh, Now I know that when Morena does her stream, she does do it live late at night, and the reason behind that, so therefore she doesn't conflict with other YouTube creators. Morena, if I'm incorrect, please let me know. Okay, and you're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. Okay. And again, the reason why I do this, because if other YouTube creators were gracious enough to come to my platform, okay, and I see we have a visitor, okay, the views of those who appear on the platform, not necessarily of those the hosts of the channel. Any attempt to copy the material without the consent of the host of the channel is prohibited. By appearing on the call, you waive your rights to your image. Some of the views people might hold might be considered offensive to some people. If you do not like the channel, if you like the content, don't like the content, you can block the channel. Okay. So let's see. Good evening.
Good evening, don José. ¿Cómo está?
Muy bien. Yo soy muy contento. The topic for tonight is, why do people cheat in their relationships?
The reason that people might cheat in the relationship, there is for a variety of reasons, and
Yes.
there can be any types of any kind of theories from both perspectives, from both men and women. There could be all kinds of theories uh, or reasons as to why people cheat. Myself, I can go more by my own experience, because when I was younger, I did make my mistakes a couple of times, but that was when I was younger. uh, I'm talking about early 20s, so I didn't really know that much. I had a lot to learn, and part of that was something that I don't know if you remember last year when Xtina had the subject about polygamy and polyamory,
Oh,
and
yes, yes, yes.
I shared with you and her a little bit of my own experience when it comes to trying to take advantage of opportunities, because for a long time I wasn't. Hey, Fulana, what's going on? I'm about to give you some pushback about what you were saying, because you said something that is because us men are insecure, and I have been hearing that forever. Just like the whole thing about us having fragile male egos, it has very little to do with our egos. It has more to do with exercising options, taking advantage of opportunities. Hey, Morena, what's going on? ¿Cómo está? And that it has more to do with that, because for a while, for some time, when I was in my early 20s, and when I wasn't with anybody, then I couldn't cheat because I wasn't with anybody. I wasn't seeing anybody.
Mhm.
But when I did
Yes.
started seeing somebody and I had a girlfriend, then something that has a tendency to happen is that other opportunities starts to open up, because there is this thing when you are with a woman, when one is with a woman, there is this thing that other women can sense that one is somewhat spoken for. Other women
Hmm.
have a tendency to sense that, and they become intrigued and they become interested. And
Yes.
one being a young man with raging hormones, I'm not saying it's right, but one can fall into temptation. It happens, and it happened with me, and I had to learn
Yeah.
that lesson, because there were consequences to it. Later on in life, I wasn't doing that anymore, but I had to go through
Okay.
that experience, because it's for us men. It has more to do with exercising options, and like I told you and Xtina last year, a man can love more than one woman at the same time, and that's
Hmm.
what happened with me. A man can do that. It might be difficult for some women to understand that, but a man can do that. A man can have love for more than one woman at the same time. Yes. And because of our customs, because of the way that we're taught to do relationships, the whole monogamy thing, it kind of like goes against a certain part of our nature, the way that we are hardwired, that we need to exercise options and try variety and all of that. And yeah, there are many of us that can fall to temptation and we can mess up. I'm not making excuses. I did it, and I paid the consequence when it came to me. So I'm not making excuses, but I'm trying to bring a little clarity as to why is it that we as men have more of a tendency to cheat. For women, it's a little different, and I this is the part when I know that the ladies in the chat are gonna have a problem with me. I know the ladies in the chat are gonna have a problem with me. Could there be women that can love more than one man at the same time? There is a possibility. Yes, yes, but that's usually not why they do it. That's usually not why they do it. Usually, when the woman cheats, it's because if she's in a relationship, she officially has a significant other. When the woman cheats, it's because she doesn't really respect the guy. She doesn't really respect them. I mean, those are the couples that have problems, and the woman is with this beta type uh, doormat that she can walk all over, and she can do whatever she wants. She can go out with her girlfriend. She can go out clubbing. She can put all the all the advertising pictures on Instagram that she can put on, because she doesn't respect the guy. I mean, and she's
Mhm.
one of these modern liberated women that they can do whatever they want. I mean, that's we are all seeing it. You cannot tell me that that's not what's happening, because we're we are all seeing it. Some of these relationship, public relationships with celebrities, that they don't go anywhere, is because the woman is all over Instagram and maybe TikTok, putting all of this thirst trapping videos and pictures, and it brings problems.
Okay.
Um,
One thing, I'm sorry.
no, go on, go on.
No, but one thing that I stated earlier in the stream, we're not here to pass judgment on anyone who actually cheated, okay? We're not here to endorse it either, but we are here to get into the major reasons why people cheat. Now, when it
Hmm.
happens, the question is, first of all, um, does the person values the relationship to try to do what they can to regain the trust? Now the person who cheated needs to be honest. If the person does not see oneself being able to remain committed to one person, that person, whether it be male or female, must be honest with the other person and just simply,
Mhm.
if the person cannot, accept that, then let them go their separate ways. But the thing is, the key is both parties must be honest with each other.
Yeah, these days the whole monogamy part is not even that obligatory to a degree, because maybe the woman is with the guy, and she likes him, but at the same time she still wants to have some level of independence. And if they can have that agreement that they're gonna be each other's side pieces, then I guess as long as they protect each other, then they're taking measures that they don't expose themselves to not just to drama but to STIs. Then I guess that they can do that. Yeah,
Or or
they can do that. Uh-huh.
on one of the pregnancies.
No, that's the thing. Protect each other from drama and from STIs and from pregnancies. I mean, because it's kind of crazy these days. I mean, we all come across a lot of those videos on the internet where they're doing like the craziest stuff when it comes to not necessarily like swinging, but being kind of deceitful with each other, men and women. And I don't know. I don't think I wanna date now anybody, because there is a lot of potential drama that can happen.
Yeah.
Because there is no
Well,
real transparency as to what's going on.
just to change the subjects slightly, I was away this past weekend. I was in upstate New York in the Catskills, participating
Hmm.
in delegating with my union, and also I was celebrating my birthday.
Don Jose, I apologize for not saying it before. Happy birthday. I have been so under the weather lately. Today I can talk, because for a few days I could barely talk. I have been fighting an infection, congestion, sinuses, fever. I've been having all of those things at the same time. So happy birthday, belated. So,
Thank you.
I hope that you had a good birthday and you celebrated and you had a good time.
Oh,
Fix
I
it
had a
so.
blast. I
Yeah.
had a blast. I mean, the fact that they have 200 members of your own union wishing you happy birthday. Okay.
Hmm.
And then I was also happy because at night the weather was nice and cool. It got down to the low 30s.
Well, that will complicate my symptoms being in that such cold temperatures. Leave me down here. Down here it's still nice and warm. No,
But you know
for
it's
real, because
funny.
I cannot be exposed to that to the 30 degrees. 30 degrees, I get bronchitis. I have told you before.
I
I have
mean,
mentioned that before.
I mean, I mean, you should, Ramon, you should have saw me. I was happy as pig and slop.
I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were, and you can have it. You can have it. Leave me down here with my warm weather. It's still warm down here in the 80s. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I actually had a, I actually had a couple, I actually had a couple of drinks, so I had a wonderful time.
Good, good. That's good.
So
That's
yeah,
good to hear. Hmm.
okay. So I see that Fulana enjoys the cool nights. I guess her definition of cool is a little different.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about like down to the to like the 50 degrees, the 50-degree mark, that would be cool night. That's a cool night. I can handle that. But anything below that, it already starts getting too cold for me.
You know, my definition of a cool night is slightly different.
I know. Yeah, Arctic temperatures. I know. Below zero, Arctic temperatures. I know. I know. I have to go over that.
Okay, but let me tell you something. Going back on the topic, I now you see in my father's family, um, they have a reputation of how can I put it this way? Loving the ladies too much. In
Oh no,
fact,
I have that on my dad's side. I mean, I have several half siblings, half brothers and sisters. I have a few of them because my dad was one of those. He was one of those guys. That will go what they call Rolling Stones. He was one of those,
yeah,
unfortunately.
in
But
fact,
the thing is that if he wanted to be with other women, if he didn't want to be with mom anymore, that would be one thing. That would have been one thing, but he shouldn't have put other women in such a priority position that he will forget about us. Now that's when things get complicated because if somebody is going around making babies all over the place, the kids are the ones that suffer. So
yeah,
I mean, they don't want to do that without leaving a trail of resentment and suffering behind them. Okay, that's one thing, but being irresponsible like that, I mean, because let's call it what it is. Nobody uses the word womanizer these days, but that's what that is. And us Hispanic men or Latin men that we know that we are good lovers to the women and that we encounter, we can do it to the max. We are the best at it.
yeah.
But
Um,
sometimes there are some of us that can be a bit irresponsible with it. Mhm.
yeah. I mean, my mother, God rest her soul, she told me that my paternal grandfather had 26 children by 8 different women.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's basically that's a village right there.
Yeah.
And I have at least one half sibling somewhere out there in the world that I'm aware of.
Yeah. No, no. I mean, I know that I have a sibling in Florida. I'm not talking about my sister, my older sister. She's in Florida too. But I know that I have another sibling that is living in a different part of Florida, and he's already married and has a kid. But I remember him when he was a baby. I remember him when he was a baby, but he's grown now and with his own family. I have another half brother on the island, and I have another half sister on the island, and I think there was another half sister who was like in New Jersey. But I heard about that years ago. I don't know what happened with her. So yeah, yeah. I have a few. I
Yeah.
have a few half siblings. Yeah.
Yeah, Fulana. My grandfather was a mujer negro a primera clase. I mean,
Yeah.
let's keep it real. And and like I said, and I'll say this before, and I'll say it again. Um, if you know in your heart and hearts that you're not the type of person that you can remain monogamous within a relationship, the best thing you can do is just be honest with whoever you are with.
Yeah. Just have a bunch of side chicks. If we're talking specifically, they were talking about the dudes. Just have side chicks. Don't have a main chick. Just have side chicks that you can
Yeah,
alternate and go around with. As long as they do it responsibly. I know that that is not like the best behavior, the best dynamic to promote. I know it's not. It goes against what probably we were taught when we were children, or maybe the example of some of our own uh, how some of us saw it from our relatives that came before us. But it's like there is more equality when it comes to dating in both men and women. Women can go out and also have options. They can also exercise their options. Now, there is an argument about how exercising different options affects men versus how it affects women. I don't know if
yeah,
I don't think I'm gonna get into that because there are other channels that go on that go over that in detail because the effect is not the same when it comes to men and women. Fulana la cubana says, I'm not in every
Ramon,
area. I wish
Ramon,
I wish I did. Uh-huh. I wish I did. I wish I did. I mean, there was a time. There was a time when I did have a couple of options in a couple of different area codes in the Caribbean, but it's been a while. I mean, I'm more settled down now. I'm a little older, so
okay,
I don't need to be hopping around like that.
yeah. Um, Ramon, when you're gonna be doing another live stream?
Well, like I mentioned before, I have been so badly under the weather, and it's just now that I'm kind of recovering my voice. You can ask Rakim because I tried to participate in a live stream with Rakim, our friend Rakim, and I was having difficulty talking because the infection is an infection that the nose, throat, ears, that all of that is connected. When you get an infection on one part of it, it can affect everything else. So that's kind of what happened with
Okay,
me. I mean, I was told that I was having an ear infection. I'm still on antibiotics, and that infection caused me to have difficulty breathing, and I was having difficulty walking around. Wasn't feeling. I was really bad. Body aches, temperature, and not being able to talk too good because that infection was affecting all of those things. But thankfully, I'm feeling better now, so I'm gonna be thinking about if about a subject. I need to have a subject for that. But I know that
okay,
it will have to be maybe, I don't know if it's gonna be on a Friday or a Saturday. One day that I have a better chance to get people in because a day like tomorrow, I know that that might not work out so well for me. So yeah, I'm thinking about a subject. I'll let you know
okay.
definitely.
Well, I just want to let you know that I'm going to be doing a stream this Sunday completely
Mhm.
in Spanish. Okay.
Ah, uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
hopefully you'll be in good voice
Yeah,
to participate.
I should be able to. Yeah, I should be able to check it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should be able to
So
support. Mhm.
okay. So I'm just going to say a few words in Spanish. Entonces, la tema será ¿cuáles son más fieles? Eh, ¿Los hombres o las mujeres?
¿Los hombres o las mujeres, cómo fue? Eh, ¿Quién?
¿Cuáles son más fieles? ¿Los hombres o las mujeres?
Bueno, las mujeres automáticamente van a decir que son las mujeres, que ellas son las más fieles. Siempre van a decir eso y puede ser que haya un argumento válido para apoyar esa noción, pero veremos a ver
Ok.
en la fecha del live stream, a ver si tenemos a las ladies que sean parte del panel y den su punto de vista. Ujú.
Claro que sí. Yo imagino que las damas van a decir que ellas son más fieles y
Claro.
los caballeros van a decir el contrario. Entonces vamos a tener vamos a hablar sobre este tema y vamos a descubrir cuáles son entre los dos son más fieles. So
No,
to the
no,
benefit of those,
yo no voy a decir lo que yo oí durante años. Y es que, ok, las mujeres son fieles y los hombres somos unos cabrones todos. Yo oí eso muchas veces. Lo oí muchas veces. Es bien fácil decir eso, hablar así de nosotros, porque pues no hay consecuencias.
okay, first of all, I just want to thank the moderators for doing their job. I just want to give a huge shout out to my moderators. It seems like we had some unique characters trying to make their presence felt.
Yeah, I saw it, and I think I have seen that troll before. I don't know what the problem is. I mean, instead of just coming up and speaking their piece, because maybe there could have been a misunderstanding. They want to get attention by trolling. Yeah, that's very mature. I mean, it's perfectly fine to disagree on things, but come on, articulate it, talk to people. That's what adults
Yeah,
do.
but you know,
Mm.
okay, but Ramon, you know what's the trouble with that problem is? Would you like to say it or should I say it?
No, you can say, you can say. Mhm.
It makes too much sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I try to make sense, but yeah. But by the same token, where you were asking me about doing live stream, somebody like our friends Morena and Fulana. Fulana, when are you gonna do your own thing? Do your own thing. Do your own stream.
You know what? Maybe Fulana just needs the proper motivation
Yeah,
because
but
I'm sure if she decides to do a live have a YouTube channel do a live stream, I'm sure it's going to be highly liked.
mhm. Okay, okay. Yeah, I also look forward to something from our friend Morena. Yeah.
Yeah. I you
No,
know I
Fulana.
agree.
Yeah, yeah. There is some work that is involved, but sometimes if you are good at kind of like taking a subject and just elaborate on your point of view on it. You talk about it for a while, and maybe by then you have an audience like Don Jose does, and then you drop the link, and then you got a panel, and you keep the conversation going. It's not really that hard. The hardest part, the most difficult part, might be coming up with a subject. Now, is it is important if it is important for you to kind of like have thumbnails, creative thumbnails, and have characters and graphics and being able to incorporate video and do editing, things like that. I can understand. I can understand. But yeah, me because I know that it can be it can take time. Maybe I don't put so much time into it. It's work, but it's time consuming. I'm sure. So
Well,
I can understand. I see what you're saying, but
yeah,
still,
but
just one of these days, you just set up a stream yard that's for free with limited panelists, and just go live and just speak your mind. That's not so hard.
but something, Ramon. Fulana does she does appear to be be very talented and very articulate and very intelligent. So I'm sure if she ever decides to do a live stream or do a YouTube channel, I think she'll be very popular.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
I'm sure. Yeah.
when it comes to the graphics, I mean, you don't have to be. Okay, let me put it to you this way: I'm not exactly all that fancy and stuff. I'm still a little tech deficient, so to speak. But
Hmm.
I think I do reasonably well. I mean, I managed to have 162 subs.
You do very well, actually. I mean, I'm the one who doesn't know jack about it. Yeah, I don't care about
Okay,
the graphics. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. I did a stream
no, I
here
mean,
thing.
look,
I can go live anytime. Just haven't. Oh, okay, okay. I see. I see. Well, all the more reason if you have already done it before. What are you waiting for? Surprise us. Surprise us one of these evenings.
I I think what she needs is the motivation. Once she has the motivation, she'll do an excellent job. I believe that. I believe that of her.
Yeah, yeah. Give it a try. Give it a try. I mean,
And
I know that you might be struggle streaming at first after you do it a couple of times. I mean, it's like I don't want to put him on the spot because he ain't here. But Rakim, all of us try. I mean, he tries, I try. Sometimes I struggle with it myself. So yeah, if at least all you want to do is kind of like speak your mind and share it on your channel, yeah, you can use it for that.
and if you do need help, you have plenty of people that you can reach out to get some technical support, whether it be um, Morena, whether it be Moon Chaser, whether it be if you want, you
Right.
can reach out to me or reach out to Ramon because I'm sure there's plenty of people that if you feel comfortable, you can reach out and get some technical support.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen much from Moon Chaser for some time, but I have seen some of what he does, and he's pretty good. He can
Yeah,
he can run a pretty good show. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he is. He's definitely very talented. Now, I think he has done a couple of short strains. Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah, he's
Okay.
pretty good. Hmm.
I mean, I think okay. Okay. This is okay. Gracias, Isabela. Yo no sabía que tenía dos hijas y me alegro que le encanta mi contenido.
Ay,
No, pero
sí, joven Isabela, usted está en verdad en España. Se está viendo desde España.
yo creo que sí.
Okay, oh, that's
I
pretty
mean,
good.
actually, I have someone here that entered a comment that they came from the UK.
I saw something. I saw it. I saw it. You're going international, Jose. That's good. That's good.
Would you believe one YouTube creator was taking pot shots of me?
Was that who was talking podcasts? Taking podcasts?
No, he was talking about how he's talking about how my stream, my platform is insignificant. Now, this is coming from a person that actually had his channel deleted by YouTube for violating the guidelines.
No, but they don't matter. They don't matter. They have disappeared. We haven't seen them. Those that talk like that later on, they were just projecting because they're doing the exact same thing when it comes to being a troll, and then they get their channel taken down. It's on them. It's on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't
But
matter.
you know what? But you know what? It's all good. Now, usually I use the subscriber mode, which basically
Mm-hmm.
means if anyone wants to enter a comment, you have to subscribe to the channel. It's just I forgot tonight. For some reason, I forgot to do that, but it's okay.
Okay. I see that. I see that it was Miss Sarah, who is in the UK from Cornwall. Yeah, about
Yes.
5 years ago, I had a chance to visit London. I was able to be there for a few days. It was actually real nice. I had a chance to do a lot of walking because I couldn't drive over there. I mean, the steering wheel on the other side of the car, I will get into an accident real quick. Shout
Well,
out
you
to
know
the
what? I think
Mhm.
okay, and I see. Let's see. I'm trying to see. We have someone. I'm just trying to. Okay, I see someone else is trying to join the chat. It's just that for some reason. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop the link. Okay, let's see if I can.
No, well, the link should work fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Good evening, Al.
Hey, good
Doing
evening to you,
okay.
Jose, and good
Okay.
evening
Okay.
to
Looks like
uh,
we.
you here.
I've been having some technical difficulties tonight.
I see.
I didn't even bother to do Q in my music because
No, no, we lost Al.
And we
okay.
got Al.
Yeah. Let's try. Let's
Yeah,
try
I
this
see what you
again.
mean by technical difficulties.
Okay.
Is your connection acting up? No.
I try. I try using a. Okay. Okay. Oh wait. This is gonna be one of
No,
those
Al,
nights.
if you can hear, click out of the bathroom and use the link again to click back in. You know that could help.
Okay. Let's just see. Okay. Let me just see. Okay. Let's see if I can bring it in. Just give me a moment. Okay, it seems like my internet is freezing up.
Uh,
Okay. Okay. Just give me a moment. Okay, this is unfortunately people, at times we have technical difficulties beyond our control. Okay, let's see if I can. I don't want to try to refresh the server because if I do that, it might knock me out.
oh. Something that isn't happening, isn't
Can you hear
working.
me?
Don't force it. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently there is a delay.
I'm
I can
sorry.
tell.
I'm having some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's taking a
let's
moment
see.
for you to hear me.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this again. Ok, sí, que visité Londres, Inglaterra, fue genial porque tenía que aprender otro idioma, así que decidí aprender inglés y visité Inglaterra. So I'm just reading what is about. Okay.
Sí, yo tuve
Okay.
oportunidad de pasar por
I
allá,
think.
visitar Inglaterra también. Ujú.
Okay.
You're having trouble
Let's see
bringing
if we
up
can.
a panelist?
Yeah, it says that, and I'm afraid if I refresh the server, I might knock me out.
Mm.
Okay. Good evening.
It's just you and me.
Yeah. Al, if you can, okay, if you can hear me, try hitting the link one more time. It's just that I'm having some technical difficulties. But getting back to the subject. Now I have never cheated, but I've been the victim of being cheated on. Okay. Oh boy. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. I'm going to try to refresh the server. Hopefully it won't knock me out. Okay, let's try this again. Okay.
You might be having a freeze on your device. I mean, clicking and clicking might not help.
Yeah. Problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I see there's a problem. There might be a problem with my internet connection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah, I see James went to England, Spain, and Italy and Ireland. Okay. Good evening, Al. Okay. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. What I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna exit and then I'm gonna come back.
Mm-hmm. So we're waiting for Don Jose to come back. Yeah. Okay. Al is saying that he has to do a live stream himself. So Al, you're gonna be doing that later tonight. Well, maybe that will be an opportunity for you, Jose.
Hello?
You join. Yeah, I'm here.
Hear me?
Yeah, Al is saying that he has to do a live stream himself later, so you could check out his channel.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't bring you up. Okay. I sorry I couldn't bring you up. There'll be other times,
Mhm.
Al. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Ramon, is there anything else you wish to add on the topic?
Well, basically, what I was saying earlier when it comes to when it comes to this aspect of dating and relationships, I know it's not the most optimal thing when these things happen. Um, People are exercising their options more than ever, especially in this Western society that we're in which kind of like monogamy is not being seen the way it used to be. I mean, you could bring religion into it, but if you look in the Bible, monogamy wasn't necessarily a thing that was enforced. So what I do recommend is for there to be communication. That is very important. Whole relationships have failed because of a lack of communication, because has a tendency to hide something from the other person. And I can tell you because of my own experience, communication, have communication, talk to each other. And it's been in my experience, sometimes we can hold things inside and we don't communicate. We as men, women also can say something and mean something else entirely. So that's a breakdown. That's a communications failure, and that can cost a relationship. And instead of actually communicating what the problem is, they seek refuge somewhere else, thinking that that's gonna help the problem, and it won't. So this is a subject that
Yeah.
we can keep the conversation about later on. And of course, once again, Don Jose, I appreciate you letting me be up on your panel. And that's it for me. Thank you so much, and thanks to the chat for commenting and adding to
Okay.
the combo.
Well,
Mhm.
thank you very
I didn't hear. I
Okay,
didn't
thank
hear.
you. Now, are you sure you don't want to be a member? Okay, are you sure you don't want to be a member of the Golden Spear?
Nope. Nope. No, thank you, sir. You can have it. You can keep it.
Okay, we're not gonna have a backstage due to the technical difficulties. I mean, you know what? But the show must go on, and I just want to say thank you very much for coming on the stream. Like I said before, I am going to do a stream completely in Spanish Sunday, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time.
All right.
So we're going to be talking about who can be more faithful, men and women. Except this time it will be in Spanish. So hopefully, um, we will have the presence of some of the ladies there. Yes. Oh, yes, right. Okay. I'll be there to catch Magic Stream in a few minutes. Thank you very much, Sal, for stopping by. And again, Ramon, just want to thank you very much for stopping by. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my final thoughts. The whole point of this discussion is not to condemn nor condone infidelity. It's simply to discuss why people tend to cheat. And there are multiple reasons. The bottom line is that if you have been the victim of infidelity or you have caused or you have been unfaithful, the question is do you value the relationship to take the steps needed to try to regain the trust? And if you're not that type of person that's able to do so, please be honest with yourself and with your potential partner. Because what you're doing by not being truthful, you're causing more harm to yourself and to your other partner. I'm going to be live on Thursday, I think at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to be talking about how to deal with angry people.
Oh,
So, and of course, that's
so angry people, I don't deal with
so
them. They
it's
need to calm down first. There, I'll sum that up for you. But yeah, no, that's a subject. That's something to think about. Mhm.
well. I mean, look, and let me tell you something. In my field, sometimes I deal with angry people. So the first thing I ask you to do, try to calm down, take a deep
Yeah.
breath, and let's see why you're so upset. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're going to have a discussion regarding. So I just want to say thank you very much, and thank you, James Mab. And I want to thank everybody who appeared on the chat: Isabella, Sarah, Mashik, James, Hazel, everyone who appeared in the chat. And I wish want to thank Ramon and of course the Al Show for trying to get on the panel. So I'm going to close the same way I always close. Let us be good to ourselves and each other. And this has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Hoffman. And I'm not going to end with music because unfortunately I've been having too many technical difficulties. So I'm just going to wish everyone a good night and peace. If I can toss.
Have a
Okay.
good one in the chat.
Yes. Good night, everybody.